Hello everybody, Anna Sabramowicz here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get more of the work that you love, which means you get paid for the beautiful work that you do and you get paid good money because then you end up loving what you do more and getting even better at it. Sound good? Let's dig into this right away. All right, everybody. So in this video, as I promised, I'm going to share 4 tips on how to get more of the work that you love, that you get paid for, you feel rewarding, you feel like you're fully creative, but also people appreciate what you do and they're getting the results from that work. Now, this is also going to be a super awesome, shameless plug for interactive storytelling because I think that a part of being valuable in this global workspace is becoming specialized at something that takes your skill set and differentiates you and takes it to the next level. Now, these days, work's a little different, especially if you're working as an independent consultant or you're a freelancer. And heck, even when you're applying for jobs at different organizations, the marketplace for people's jobs now is global. So not only are you able to apply for work globally, but your employer and the people you're working for also are able to choose to work with people globally, which puts you on equal footing with everybody else out there, which is challenging. Now, what's your goal? Why are you learning more? You're a learning machine, but why are you learning? It's probably because you want to get really good at what you're doing so that you can demand more for your time, so that you can get paid to do the work you love and also, feel like you're contributing to society. Awesome. That's great. These 4 tips are going to help you get there. Okay. Are you ready? Let's do this. Tip number 1. If you have a portfolio, your portfolio should showcase more of the work that you need to do. I see this. People make this mistake all the time. They showcase everything they've ever done, whether they loved the project, whether they loved working with a stakeholder, whether they loved even the content or the context. They put everything in there just to show that they've worked, and that's not that important. What's important is for you to showcase what you want to attract more of. So there's a question you got to ask yourself when you're putting together your portfolio piece and you're looking at it and you're saying, what are projects that I loved working on? What are some projects that really made me feel like creatively or professionally I was growing? And then that's what you'd put on your portfolio. Not all the pieces you've ever worked on, not all the projects from school you've ever done. You want to show people what you do best, what you want to do more of and get really good at. That's what should be on your portfolio piece. Less, but better. Tip number 2. Who do you want to work with? Now, this is huge because I see a lot of portfolio pieces and portfolio sites that talk about things like instructional design and different kinds of models. And also they talk about what it means to be a learner. Now, if your peers are your target audience, great, then do that. That's what you should be talking about. But guess what? I know a lot of you aren't trying to sell e-learning to other instructional designers or e-learning designers. You're trying to attract somebody who's a decision maker, and they're trying to make decisions about what is best for their organization, what is best for their team. And so what you need to do is you need to figure out who you're talking to. Because if you're talking to people who, let's say, make decisions in the healthcare space, you're going to talk about things that are important to people in that space. If you want to work with people who are in oil and gas industry, you're going to talk about the way when they come in, you're going to need to speak their language so they resonate with it. And guess what? It's not going to be about learning models. I doubt it. Those people are probably interested in solutions, in things that are going to make their learners' experience better so that they can get better ROI on investing in these kinds of training experiences, right? So what you need to do, the question you need to ask here is, who do I want to work with? Who have you enjoyed working with? Who do you want more of? Just like in your portfolio. And then what you should do is, if you can, craft that person up as an avatar, because then every time you post something, you can say, hey, is this person going to resonate with this? What kind of questions are they going to have? It's going to make it easier for you to communicate with your target audience. Tip number 3. This was really hard to do, this 3. You should try it. Tip number 3. This is a weird stretch for my fingers. Okay, so tip number 3 is craft experience that don't waste people's time. This is huge. This is probably one of the most important tips. If you ignore all the other tips, this one's probably the most important. Did I say it's important? Okay, all right. So don't waste people's time. Create something of value. The piece that you create for your portfolio piece, you don't need to have 15 different kinds of toys on there. What you need is one powerful experience that gives people a feeling of value, that they learn something as a result of it. It's an experience for them. And if you can get somebody to feel that with your 5-minute experience, you put that love into it, that will come through, that will come back. And one of the things that happens is it also, I feel, builds a reputation for you. If you're the kind of person who builds 30-second interactions and they're just basically toys that do nothing, mean nothing, and help nobody, you wasted your time as well. But what if you took the time to actually craft something meaningful that solves a problem for people, that helps them, that drives them into a direction that says, hey, if you want more information on this, you should check out this site. This is amazing. Your interactive story, that's what I'm really saying. It should be your interactive story, or whatever experience you have, should leave somebody with a feeling of helpfulness, of value. And that means that reputation will follow you around. You're a person who designs things for adults to get value from. Yes, that was my heavy bangle making that noise. All right. Okay, are you ready? So here is tip number 4. This one, most people, they hear it, but they don't really hear it. They're scared and anxious when I tell them this, or they try to like circumvent actually doing this one. So are you ready for it? This one is finding your clients. So everybody thinks that, hey, I'm just going to put up this site with this amazing portfolio piece and everybody's going to find me. As of me doing this video today, there is 1.8 billion websites in the world. That's just a lot, right? And so that also means that you're not going to be found. Nobody wakes up and says, oh, I can't wait to look at that person's portfolio site. No, never happens. If you want to work with the people that you want to work with, you're going to have to take your little lovely site and actually put it in front of them. Send it to them, share it with them. You're not just on like social media. You're actually going to have to talk to people and be like, hey, I see that you're in this industry and that you're struggling with this. Are you struggling with this problem? Because guess what? I actually help people with this. Look at what I've got. This might be of help to you. So you've got to be intentional about getting in front of people and getting in front of the people that you want. Hence, that really means that, you setting up who you want to work with, that's obviously an important step in this, because you can't help everybody. And the more that you specialize in interactive stories, and especially specialize in interactive stories for a certain industry that you really feel passionate about, fabulous. That's even better. Then you'll become the go-to person for that niche. And that is huge. And in American, I know you say niche. I say the French-Canadian French way, niche. All right. Now that we got that uncomfortableness out of the way. Okay. So the other thing I want you to consider is that you already have access to something amazing as far as a portfolio site, and it's called LinkedIn. LinkedIn is amazing. You get it for free. You get to write all about you. It's SEO optimized, keyword optimized. All you got to do is soup it up. You can put your portfolio piece, you can embed it in there. Everything is working. Everything can be just housed right there. And one of the things that it does is, if you actually took the time to really make that page beautiful and say things to your customer, not everybody. Remember, that page can also speak to your customer avatar, who you really want to attract with your work. And then what's awesome is then they'll be your page will be recommended to other people, to people in this industry who are searching for those things. So it's a fabulous network to be on, and a lot of people just completely underuse this amazing resource because it's free. If people started having to pay for it, oh, don't listen to this, LinkedIn, then they probably value it more and find that they would invest more time in crafting a really good crafting a great profile, giving more skills and descriptions. So one of the things I'm saying is, if you don't have a portfolio site, the most important thing right now is maybe set up your LinkedIn profile if that's where your customers are. And guess what? I think a lot of people's customers are still on LinkedIn. Now, for some of you, this might have been that piece that was like a part of a combination lock, and you just needed the last piece and you were like, click. Awesome. That's fabulous. That's why I share these videos. Now, there will be some of you who are thinking, I need a little bit more, Anna. I need a little bit more help, a little bit more hand holding, maybe a little bit more conversation. So for those of you, I wanted to offer you to have a conversation with me. So I invite you on a Zoom session with me. It's a 45-minute strategy session. And basically during that call, if you feel like this resonated with you, or you want to learn more about what's holding you back from actually becoming a person who has a differentiated skill set, who is becoming masterful, you don't even know how to get started, well, guess what? This is a perfect time to chat. I don't have very many sessions available during the day, but the ones that I do, I'd love to be able to talk to people who are interested in becoming great interactive storytellers, whether it is for very practical reasons like you want to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, or whether it's for the reason that you want to get paid more for the quality work that you do, and you want to attract the kind of work that makes you happy to get out of bed in the morning. That is totally fine. If all those things resonate and you want to talk about that, let's do it. The session is basically to figure out if this is something that is a good fit for you, if we are a good fit to work together, and also if this is something that I can even actually help you with, depending on what your goals are, right? And so if that sounds good, there'll be a link somewhere around this video. Go for it. Regardless, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope some of these made you think, made you maybe a little bit uncomfortable, because that means you're growing and you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things that are uncommon, because this is a world where we need more of that. All right, so I'll talk to you very soon. Have a wicked rest of the day. Bye, everybody.